Hey there, buds! Welcome to another episode of Project Zomboid House Flip. I'm the AI-generated software of a Canadian male, otherwise known as Damien Darkside. And in this episode, we'll be going over the isolated house located between Muldraugh and West Point. And of all of the houses I've done on Project Zomboid House Flip, this one probably has to be the filthiest, most disgusting house I've ever seen. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if all of the lore was incorrect and the real truth is that the virus actually started in this home. But in case if you think that the ultimate charm is wasted on this wonderful piece of crap wood that's trying to stand off as a house, we also have a great, wonderful meth lab for you to enjoy. I could actually see the potential clients of this place. Maybe a high school science teacher down on his luck and his failing student. But as we know here in Project Zomboid House Flip, every shell of a home has potential. And in this one, I was thinking more that a botanist would live this far out in the woods after the apocalypse started. And you guys can too. With a low zombie count, connected to main roads, a pre-built fence you could spear through, it's probably ideal for a farming update, and it's easy for foraging. This place does have a little bit of the out-of-the-way kind of appeal to it, but as long as you have a car, that's just a problem that's easily solved. While we were building this place on stream, I came up with the idea that a botanist lived here. They like to experiment with seeds, figure out which crops are the best to grow, they have access to all of the foraging in the neighborhood, and they have all of the nature that they need to be able to grow crops undisturbed. And I don't know about you, but I absolutely would hate it if a bunch of zombies started crawling all over my corn. They would gather supplies by selling high-quality seeds, as well as a lot of the foraging that they had, such as mushrooms and berries, which most people don't know the poisonous varieties of, so they're able to use their skills in order to benefit the community around them. Even parking spots need to kind of be pretty, so I put these rows of flowers along the sides of the gravel in order for it to just look a lot nicer. I also put posts down so people know where to park. Off on the side, we do have our main vehicle as well as the side garage that has a bunch of tools, as well as the generator to keep the place nice and lit up. As for the insides, I wanted to do a 180 and take one of the most disgusting houses and try to pretty it up. Surprisingly, it didn't need much actual structural work on the inside. All I did was just add a couple of walls, and it made all of the difference. With a little bit of paint and plaster, you could easily see that this room has been completely changed. We also have a TV and a couch for sitting, and a great spot for you to read a book in the winter. And speaking of winter, I wanted to make sure that there was a lot of food storage in this place for someone to last the entire time. So along one end of the kitchen, I stacked up 3 crates to offer the most amount of storage that I could in a compact space of this nature, but still have enough room to put in a table, a fridge, water, and everything else that this person needs. I even added a little extra hot dog roller that I believe the botanist likes to trade for as their hidden vice. They just adore hot dogs. Entering the bedroom, I've put a jukebox on the side for music, as well as a small area for dancing around the room in. They have a couch to read on, as well as shelving for loot and supplies in the house, as well as quick gardening things that they need to grab. I also made the living room to be one more tile than the wall. That forces this room to have a tiny little nook here that is perfect for a couch and a garbage can, which can in turn be used to make a great spot for the clothes rack. Making our way around, we're going to be going to the farming area, where the botanist is growing different batches of the same crop to compare results. The first row being a control group, and the other ones being hybrids and experimentations. They have a lot of time, might as well go through a couple of generations of crops. And with that doghouse on the side, I really want Indie Stone to not just add basic farm animals, but I need a doggo for this place. Maybe also a cat to keep mice out of the crops. Going into the trailer, we kind of want to keep a lab perspective on here. So here with the microscope, we have seeds, papers, plant materials, and other research things. There's also an extra lamp for added light if you need it. Over here is storage for the rest of the lab. During the winter, especially to save on fueling and heating a home, the botanist or a friend could sleep here, because it's also pretty dangerous to go out driving at night this far away from the city. I would like to thank you all for coming out to the video. If you've liked it, you know what to do. You hit that button down below, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to watch this live, I do these house flips on Twitch. And who knows, maybe you will be able to see a video coming up in the future with one of the new animals that they have inside of Project Zomboid. I just hope that unlike Bethesda, they have a furry on their team that contains themselves. Cause, like, dude, whoever's there, I'm calling you out. That's right, I'm the guy who's saying it. Whose bright idea was it to put a German Shepherd named Dog Meat at a Red Rocket gas station? You know some furry was laughing his ass off when Todd was all like, where should we put our new canine follower for our brand new AAA game? And he's like, oh, I've got a perfect idea, Todd. We should put it at the Red Rocket gas station. And Todd was like, oh, that's a perfect idea. I don't see how this could backfire in any way, shape, or form. Totally not sus at all. There's absolutely no weird things that people can think of when they notice that you're putting...